Hello to the four people that are here. I'm going to be with you guys in a minute. Just give me a second. Well, hello, Tiffany. How's everything going with you? Well, today, hope everything is okay with you, your family. Everyone is feeling a little better. Today, and this is where, I want to start taking my channels back to where it was at. Fuck all that beefing and shit. But today I want to talk about Whitney Houston. And like I say, there's a question: what really happened that night? I say murder. Daughter's driving. Oh, I don't want to call her name out, but congratulations. Yes, Tiffany. I was just talking today. Oh, yeah. Oh, hold on. I know fucking well. Oh, I thought that it was raining and snowing. I was about snow. It's not, but it's not. I'm gonna go on my other channel and talk about my granddaughter. I'm gonna put a video up, do an upload on her. We so proud of her. But talk about Whitney Houston and what really happened that night, because me personally, as I'm going to say, the way you. Why can't I see that comment? But I wanted to, you know, hold on, my distraction is somewhere else. Hold on, you guys. Okay. I wanted to go over some things. Now, let me go to this video. We already know that the media basically told us that she drowned in the tub. It was rumors, and that's what I'm going to call them, rumors, that she OD'd. Those were the rumors, right? And that's what I'm going to refer to them as, because when I was listening to her, and I remember, Whitney would have interviews, and one thing in one of her interviews, she always made it clear. If anyone who is a Whitney Houston fan, one thing Whitney always say: she did not. She did not, and she made that clear. Take baths in hotels. So for me, I already knew that there was some bullshit involved in that situation. I didn't dig too deep or anything, because sometimes unanswered questions usually answer themselves. You don't have to ask these questions, because hey, you get the answer, if you guys understand what I'm saying. Well, I run across her, I think it is her sister-in-law. I think it's her sister-in-law. Hold on. I think it was her sister-in-law. And as I started listening to her, a lot of the shit that she was saying was adding up with what I already believed. That, you know what I'm saying? It was some bullshit involved. Something happened besides what they were telling us happened. And it's always that in the media. Now we're going to listen to some of what is her name? Leola? Yeah, Leola. And this is Bobby Brown's sister. And she is very passionate. She feels very strong about what she said. Now I just want to know why hasn't because I honestly, to me, that lady Pat, we already know that if you was following it or you know anything about Whitney, that lady Pat was already no motherfucking good. But some people you just can't shade. Some people just, whatever, you just can't get away from. Now, it's been a while since I've heard any. Yeah, it's been a while since anyone. Oh, that's the other. Um, it's been a while since anyone really talk about it. They just take it as if her death is what they put out there, right? When I first saw the movie The Bodyguard, and you understand the movie, what the sister tried to have her murdered because she was so jealous of her, so envious of her, and all this type of stuff. It makes you really wonder, you know instead of her getting shot, you understand, because that's how he was supposed to kill her. Did she live that movie? Was it written for you understand what I'm saying? Was it written for her? Because look how her life ended. And that lady Pat was very envious of her and her daughter. So we're going to listen to Miss Leola Brown, fair usage, disclaimer. Hold on, because I have to put my disclaimer in there. Thank you to the people who came and you left a like. Thank you very much. That's how my videos also get to stay in the algorithm. Make sure y'all hit that like and share if you care. And what it says up there, Leola Brown speaks the truth on how Whitney was attacked and murdered. Okay? So all that extra shit with the drugs and you want to know something, to me it was easier to manipulate the people to feel as though that she OD'd because of the drug usage. That it is, well, Whitney says she never smoked crack is whack. But whether she was smoking crack, she was basing and chasing, she was doing something. She was doing something. Okay? Because we do know that she was starting to look a hot mess. So we're not going to say that, she probably wasn't smoking crack. She probably was freebasing. Like Richard Pryor, when he set himself on fire, Richard Pryor wasn't smoking crack. He was freebasing.
I came to talk about the death of Whitney Houston, Bobby Christina, and Bobby Brown Jr. I am going to set the record straight today. I know that it's many, 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 many people in.
And one thing that people cannot say, and I, because this has been said too, that Bobby Brown sacrificed them. Well, take that off the table too, because of a simple fact. He ain't living in no fame, no fortune. His life has been fucked up, and we know that. We know that. So if he sacrificed them, uh, 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 I don't believe that either.
In the world that think and believe that Whitney or Bobby Christina or little Bobby died of a drug overdose. That is not true. Mm-mm. I'm going to set the record straight tonight, today, right now.
Well, you want to know, Tiffany? Tiffany says, and I just Tiffany say, and just say she OD and be done with it. Once label a drug addict, it's always easier to label a death as a OD and move on with it. Yeah, you are right about that, and that's what I think that they did. They just labeled it a oh that she OD, but there's a lot, like I say, there's a lot of things that don't make any sense, because if again, if you are a person who has made it known to the public, I don't take baths in hotels. And you have made that known. And this is how they find you, so, in water, and they say you drown. Because first I hear something about Xannies and all this type of shit, whatever the case may be. It's like, no, come on. Fuck the Xannies. Fuck what? Well, fuck all that stuff. How? Who put her in that tub? Who put her in the tub? Somebody put her in there, if that's where she was found. Because on her own accord, she does not take baths in hotels.
Now it is about 9:01 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay, and today's date is September the 27th. Now, I'm going to set the record straight, and I don't want to hear nobody no more. Media, this is to you too. I'm going to let you all know how they was all found.
And that is Bobby Brown's sister. She's going to tell what the media Pat.
Okay, let's start
Pat. What Pat? The media. Ray J. Let's not forget Ray J. Let's not forget him. What they won't come out and tell. What happened to her? Hmm? What really happened? See, that's one thing people don't think about when it comes to somebody dying or anything like that. Somebody want answers, the family at least, and they deserve that. They deserve that. They deserve some type of answers on what, how, when, where, and why. If someone says they don't take baths in hotels, it's for a reason. The last place you're dying is in a damn hotel tub, yup. See? Exactly, Tiffany.
with my niece. We're going to start there. And the reason I'm starting with her, because After I did my investigations, I believe that Bobby Christina was the aim first. Bobby Christina was the aim, and they wanted to kill Whitney afterwards while she was at that Beverly Hilton. They wanted to say that they found Bobby Christina in the bathtub, and then Whitney Houston committed suicide, but that is not true. That is not true. That none of that happened. None of that happened. Bobby Christina came out of the bathtub at the Beverly Hilton. Okay, but that was she was the first one found at the Beverly Hilton. Yes, you all didn't know that, but I have a lot of stuff coming out in the book. But I'm going to briefly tell you. I'm going to set the record straight and let you know that Whitney fought for her life. Bobby Christina fought for her life. Bobby Jr., I don't know. I don't know if he fought too hard because I think he was just tricked. Somebody spiked his drink or food or something because little Bobby Jr. was clean. Okay? Seriously.
Mm. I just don't understand Bobby's Browns. It, guess what? I'm just gonna leave it there. Mm. When they say Bobby, I'll just be saying Bobby Brown's still alive. You can crack jokes on him whether you want to. So what? How the fuck? How the fuck? Okay, we're just gonna leave that there.
Okay, now let's start with, matter of fact, no, let's start with Whitney. We're going to start with Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston's body told.
Well, let me ask you this, Tiffany. Do you believe that she's saying that he was clean because she is the aunt? Because, well, I, okay, we're going to wipe that out because in my mind, it is like what I've heard stuff about, you know, Bobby Brown's son. And that sounds, that's what it sounds like. Okay. Okay. So we're going to look up stuff for us with that too. Because I've heard stuff that, you know, he was, uh, let's leave that there. Let's leave that there. Okay.
Anybody, upon looking at it, that it was foul play. Okay, don't get it twisted. No, Whitney Houston, I counted 10, at least 10 gashes in her chest. Let's start with, matter of fact, no, let's start with Whitney. We're going to start with Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston's body told anybody upon looking at it that it was foul play. Okay, don't get it twisted. No.
Okay. So, like Miss Leona say, the body. That's just like with Kanika's body. The body. I mean, you basically, like they say, dead people can't talk, right? We already know that, but the body can tell the whole story. Let's say that the body can tell the story. Just like she said, the body told what we wasn't showed. Let's say that. Still seems that she's here. Yeah, she is. She is. That is what I did say in the beginning. She is she's standing 10 toes down with this Forrest with Whitney. One thing she hasn't done was, come out on some other stuff. She knows that she was murdered. And these people that did that to Whitney, her niece, and because Whitney's daughter She's going to talk about that too. These are things that these people just want us to believe what they put out here on social media. Whether you are free thinker or not, don't go against what the fuck these people then told you. Don't go against what they told you, showed you, and portrayed to you, for you to perceive it to be what they want you, what they want it to be, what they want it to perceive. Okay, for real, because all this stuff that is going on, we only spoke briefly, as far as with Kanika earlier today. They how can I say this with no one feeling like, oh, she's the no, because it's not about disrespect. They gave us this story, edited videos, all this kind of other stuff. They wanted us to believe what they were showing us, that in this hotel, this big hotel, that this girl, oh shit, Tiffany. Thank you, Tiffany. That this girl, yeah, they're trying to spam my chat. Isn't that sad? Don't time them out. Always, yeah. Thank you. It's not the first time you had to use your wrench, Tiffany. It's not the first. It is your first time. How does it feel? It feels quite good, Sakina. Oh my goodness. I was hoping I was going to get it right. You did. Thank you, baby. How does it how does it feel to hit your first troll? I apologize, you guys. Oh my goodness. We don't usually have to use the trolls or anything, but I mean the wrenches. For real. You get it, Tiffany. Thank you. Just stay on alert because they like to come in. I know you got me. I got you, girl. I got you. Then you sit back with your legs crossed and say, I got you. Just let's finish talking about Whitney. Please don't tell me, because my one little friend, she hits those type of moves on me. I got you, girl. I got you. You know I got you.
Whitney Houston, I counted 10, at least 10 gashes in her chest alone. She had marks up and down her legs. Her fingernails were chipped.
Okay, so when she said gashes, I mean, because she didn't say stab wounds, she said gashes. Mm.
Her face was busted out. It was blown up. Yes, as if somebody was punching her in the face. Whitney Houston fought for her life. Yes, she did. Excuse me, let me have a drink of water. Whitney fought for her life. Whitney had skin taken off her back. It was so many things wrong with Whitney's body. I mean, it told anybody. And like I said, her security, Ray, told me that room.
That kind of concerned me. And that is good, Tiffany. She's like a pimple on your butt now.
Yes, she did. Excuse me, let me have a drink of water. Whitney fought for her life. Whitney had skin taken off her back.
Now that's a concern. What she say? So I don't know. I don't know. I just skin taken off her back. Mm. So they skinned her back, is what she's saying. Um, mm, I don't know, but this is she say Whitney has skin taken off her back. So that means scratches. I I will try to catch on to what this lady is saying, because someone say you have skin taken off your back. Uh, oh, okay. Uh, but
It was so many things wrong with Whitney's body. I mean, it told anybody. And like I said, her security, Ray, told me that room, Whitney's room, looked like a tornado hit it. So it was a fight. It was a struggle. Okay? Yes, it was. Pat knew this, Gary knew this, but they also did something else when before the authorities got there to the hospital with Whitney. Pat and Gary staged the scene. Yes.
so where is the camera footage? Because there had to be some camera footage. Hold on. I want to see if I can find, because just like they gave us camera for 30, well, what was it, 36 hours of Kanika walking through the hotel. It has to be some type of camera footage up on that up somewhere of that hotel. It has to be. It has to be. I mean, it was 36 hours, so hmm. uh, oh, this is Bobby Christina's, but had to be a camera outside. Outside, I mean, there is no. It has to be. That's something that I am going there. It has to be. There is no, and the reason why I say that because if they gave us 36 hours of her walking around in a hotel, there is no video of nothing of no one. You see pictures. Hold on. Yeah, you see pictures, but there is no real video of the hallway. Hmm. That's kind of strange, but we're about to let well, did you say Whitney Houston asked? Let me see. Ah, she said that. Mm-mm. She said she has gashes in her chest, like 10 of them, and she has skin missing off of her back. So I say, does that mean she has scratches on her back because she says she has skin missing? Now the skin missing is new to me. But it's kind of odd again. Like I say, there is no video inside. Hold on, I'm still looking. There's no cat. They showing you a video of what the fuck the hotel room outside. You know what it looked like? So they had cleaned it out. But anywho, um, they're not. They never show us a picture of what it actually looked like. You have people who've done videos on it. And what I can't believe is that there's no cameras. Well, usually, I guess in the hotels there isn't. There's a camera. It looks like it. Hold on. What is that? Or a fire thing? Oh, yeah, that is probably one of those fire things. But we're going to finish listening to her.
I have an eyewitness that was there that watched them go in and out of the room after Whitney's body laid there, and they were taking things out from one room to the next. Mm-hmm. Pat and Gary did this. So Whitney's body definitely denoted that there was foul play. Okay.
Attention, American patriots. Your neighbors need your help.
All of her bruises told us what happened in that room. Whitney fought for her life. There was no drugs in her system. The coroner report states that there was no drugs in Whitney Houston's system.
See? So the question remains. Yes, you hear. No drugs in her system. The coroner states that. So again, what happened that night, morning, day? What happened that day?
Okay, so let's stop saying that she died of an overdose. I'm sick of seeing that in the media. That's not the case with Whitney. No, she didn't have any drugs in her.
Then how is, well, this is why I say murder. I say murder. Others say overdose. Because that's what was put out on the forefront at first. That she OD'd. That's what was put out there first. You heard what she said, the media. That's who put it out there. That's who, okay, what they want you to see and hear is what they want you to believe. What they give to you is how they want to perceive it. They wanted us to think she OD'd to cover up what really happened to her. It's a cover up. Why? Why? That's just like Anna Nicole Smith. I believe that is a cover up too. A lot of them are. So, you know, they have seen you in the media all mess up, like how we saw Whitney all, she wasn't at her best. She wasn't at one point in time. So that's what's out there. That's what we got to see. A real skinny, frail Whitney. We knew something was going on. She wasn't sick because she still was trying to perform. So we know that she was into something. And those are the pictures and the images that they wanted to keep on trying to keep on trying to perceive to us. Let us see her like this. Let's see her like that. So when something like this happens, it's going to be more believable. It's not going to be hard to manipulate the people to say that she OD'd or and they believe it. It's not going to be hard. But when the people who haven't paid attention to certain factors of things that Whitney done said herself, that is like Michael Jackson said, well, these I don't do. Just say he was one of them people he don't get on boats. But all of a sudden he get on this motherfucking boat ride and bloof, all go down. Come on, that isn't his norm. That isn't anything that was normal for her to even do. Mm-mm. These people lie to us and have us believe any motherfucking thing. But if you're not one of those people who like, well, wait a minute, this sound like an ex-boyfriend that all that motherfucker did was lie. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. It's like a government. Every time they come out and they tell us that, it sound like such and such, just lying. Just lying. Every word they just a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. It doesn't matter what it is, just a lie. Yeah. That's was, and I always say this. We always remember this. They were prepping us for the internet a long time ago. A long time ago. I want to say back in 1999. Always remember the commercial with the girl with the neighbor, and she tells her neighbor that she find this awesome guy and he does this and he does that, and because the internet wasn't really popping like how it is now. Always remember that commercial.
Her system. Bobby Christina. Bobby Christina was beaten in her living room. Go and look at the police report. Bobby Christina was beaten in her living room by Nick Gordon. He beat her down with Danielle in her condo, Max Lomas, and Danielle. What's Danielle's last name? I got it coming out in the book, but that's okay. Danielle, who was somebody that Chrissy was not even friends with anymore. Okay, so what was she doing in my niece's house? Yeah, we're talking about all this in the book. Nick beat Chrissy down into like a fetal position. She was screaming and crying, asking him why was he doing this to her because she didn't know. But it was a setup. It was a setup. Yes. Nick was told not to let her go out of that house and to do whatever it was he got paid to do that for. Okay? Yeah, that's the deal. Nick Gordon was not somebody that grew up with Bobby Christina either. No, he was not. He did not grow up with her. Nobody never met him. Bobby, my brother.
So that's a double blow. Nobody even knew who that boy was. That is a double blow. Family didn't even meet that boy, so oh goodness. This is. Ooh.
That grew up with Bobby Christina either. No, he was not. He did not grow up with her. Nobody never met him. Bobby, my brother, never met Nick. Okay, Nick was brought into the picture after Bobby and Whitney's divorce.
So who brought him into the picture? Sister Leola Brown. Who brought him into the picture? Mm, mm, mm. Child, this was a whole mess.
Okay, so basically right before Whitney was murdered, Nick was brought into the picture. Okay, and if you ask me who would bring him in, I would tell you Pat Houston.
Oh goodness. Wow. It's a lot of money on the line with them. That's hit that like button. I don't care if you just come and make sure you hit my like button. It doesn't matter. Just hit that bitch. You can leave, come back. You don't have to stay. Hey, Lisa. I better watch what I'm talking sugar smacks too. Are you up there talking sugar honey iced tea sakina? No, Miss Family say, I have nothing but the utmost respect for you. I even tried to tone that cussing down when you come up in here. Whew. Let there be no cussing. She's speaking up about Whitney and Bobby Quinn. Yes. Yes. And like I say, for me, when I say murder, okay, this before she cussed around because, like I say, the motherfucking bathtub thing didn't sit with me. There's something wrong with this situation because it wasn't a situation. That was a situation right here, okay? There is definitely something wrong with that situation. Yeah, I have, because I'll be over there. Listen, like I said the last time, regardless if you and I have the same belief, we believers. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, when you want to know something, you be so glowy. Yes, you be so glowy. You be smiling like, oh yes. I'll be like, she's, you can see it. You can see it. You can see it in your smile. You at peace. You are. I hope that you, Lisa, that I'm not being smart. I hope that you're not one of those ones that's so at peace. It's like, I'm ready to go home to see my no. Hold on. Because you still have a lot of teachers and all that stuff to get through to people. Okay? It shows in your glow that, your time is your time, but don't be over there. Oh yes, I'm ready, Lord. No, please don't be one of those Russian. We still need you down here. Cause you have some of those people. They be ready. Like, hold up, not yet. Oh no, I'm going to. Oh, I know that is right. I know that is right. Longevity. You longevity woman. Longevity. Well, I need to get some of that 103 too because shit, everything seems like it's 49. It's not my time. Nope. 49 is not my time because I'm not having a great time. Not at 40 high. Well, that's beautiful. I, I don't know the way things going on in the world. I don't want to stay around for no longer. I, another 100. I mean, more life to you. I, the way things is going now. uh, please. Mm-mm. Can't be in a decent the stuff that's going on nowadays. If you with someone, I'm gonna say this: stick with them. Long as they not cheating, fucking around, all that shit, y'all are growing. Okay. Each day y'all are getting to learn each other. And it may be something that you say, and it may be something that he say. And y'all just are not going to agree on everything all the time. But with all this stuff going on today, mm-mm, you need too many tests. First it was just regularly going to the doctors to make sure you good. Y'all good. Now, uh-uh. Uh-uh. For real. You need to really ask to see, and this is real. You need to ask to see birth certificates nowadays to make sure Sean was not Shanice or something like that before. I'm just saying, just make sure Sean was not Shanice at one time in his life. I'm just saying, listen. Let's get back to Whitney and what happened that night. She also has a Facebook page up there. It's the truth. I don't want to see what no court papers say. I should know. I want to see what the birth certificate say. No. 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 For me, I don't care. People go get your sex changed, but you want to know something? You can't change what the hell God made you inside. So if you are emotional and all that type of stuff, you done got your sex changed. You are emotional nigga, bitch ass nigga. That is a real good title to wear. I mean, I would be no, no, no. You don't went and got a dick with all these emotions. All this, you know, women, we have, certain balances that is different from theirs. Do they change your chemical imbalance and all that shit too? I'm just really curious now. Some people may say that is messed up. You were sitting over. No, I'm trying. What? Why? Why did I have to smoke the end of that? Now I have questions. No, wait. Uh. You have this emotional strong. You have this strong, buff, emotional dude with a big dick. Uh-uh. No. Acting and flipping out on me once a month. Every 28 days, Sean Shanice is in a bad mood. No, I don't have time for that. I love being a female. It won't change me. Hey, I wouldn't. But what I try, you have. I just wonder how that is working out for them. Just it's it. I mean, mm-mm. You're still a woman inside. I don't give a damn if they give you a dick. It doesn't. You're still a woman inside. I don't give a damn those men going out there getting their pussies. You're still a man inside. Because you want to know something? Who is it? Oh, what is that because they have a full transformation. What the fuck is her Savannah? Mm-hmm. Savannah can't take no more 3 inches of dick, honey. No more than 3 inches, honey. What a feeling. Is dick believable? I can feel the 7 inches in my walls. Yes, can only take 3 inches, and that's it. I was like, wow. And then because we know it's a transgender, but she gonna try to sit there and say, "So what if my pussy is small?" They only gave you 3 inches of hole. That isn't a lot. Because if you have a guy and he's 7 or 8 inches, like, how is that work? That's a lot. Come on. Yeah. See, that our walls is made, our bodies are made for that. Men are built differently than us. For real. Men are built differently. Mm-hmm. So, right there, it is like, do what you do. Hey, that's your stuff, right? Don't get out here try to, turn everybody else the fuck out. That's why I say, if these farce with me, sir, uh, no. Me personally, honestly, it has to be someone that I have known, and I know he does have children, kids. He done produced some motherfucking kids. Mm-mm. Fuck, I don't want to see an ID. I want to see that motherfucker's birth certificate, especially dealing with these men today. Uh-uh. I'm not getting caught up in no shit like that. Mm-mm. Like I say, I know that is you, but you still an emotional bitch. For real.
Yes. and she was rushed to the hospital because after he beat her and drug her up them steps, he shot her up with something and threw her in the bathtub. And
So this is Bobby Christina's what do you call it? Boyfriend that they talking about. Oh, she said she's in need. Hold on. I believe she know what she's talking about too. Mainly when she told about those bruises.
out of her mouth. Yes. My sister Tina's here with me right now. Reminding me of things. Okay? So, yes, Nick did all that. Also, I was getting ready to say something. After Nick did all that to Bobby Christina, he was on. I wanted to get his story. So my nephew, Gerard Brown, called him and he was on a tape. He said, when Gerard and I had 10 people in my living room, some of Whitney's family was there, and the Browns were there, and some of my friends. So there are plenty witnesses. They all heard Nick on the tape. Gerard is on the phone with him. And he asked, what happened? Tell me what happened. How did Chrissy end up in the bathtub? And he just went to talking all hysterical and he was scared. He said, I'm not going down for this. I'm not going down for this. He said, I'm not going down for this one. He said, I saved Pat with Whitney.
I just have one question. Did they take any of this to the popo? The police didn't know anything about none of this, that recording, what Nick said. Oh, they killed Nick before he could. Okay. This is crazy.
I'm not going down. I'm not going down for Chrissy because I already saved Pat with Whitney. So what did he save you for, Pat? How did he save you? How did he save you, huh? Is that why he's not living right now? I don't know. Talk to me. Because Nick is no longer here to tell the story. Okay?
Told it wrong anyway.
So we're gonna keep this real. We're gonna keep this real. All right. And I'm gonna say this. I hope that you all don't think that I'm talking with anger right now. I'm just being passionate about this because I am so tired of seeing the media talk about Whitney Houston. They're writing up things. They keep saying that she was murdered. She murdered death by overdose. No, Whitney Houston didn't have any drugs in her system. Okay, so and neither did Bobby. Bobby Christina was beaten into that bathtub, and then when she entered the hospital, she snapped out of the coma quickly. She was not in a coma for a long time. No, Bobby Christina, every single time I walked in her room, me and my sister Tina together, Bobby Christina was up. Her eyes were wide open, wide open. And I asked the nurse or doctor, I said, she never sleeps. She was always aware and up. She wanted to know who was in her room, and she looked you dead in your face. And when I walked in the room to see her, she said, oh, 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 oh. She was so excited to see me. She kept
So what were the injuries on Bobby Christina? Hmm.
Kept trying to talk to me. The doctors saw this. They were like, oh my God, she's so excited to see you. She was trying to communicate with me, but she couldn't talk. But she was up.
So that means her jaw was broken. Mm. I'm just asking a question.
Bobby knows this. Bobby Christina was up every single day. That girl was scared to go to sleep. She was up watching TV. Bobby would sometimes come to her room and feed her popsicles and okay. So let's get out of that. Y'all, you got that idea in your head that my niece was in a coma and she was not aware and she was unresponsive. And yes, she was like that, of course, in the beginning, but she came out of that. Bobby Christina was strong. And Dr. Jolly showed them where he could bring her brain back 100%. The doctors had even told us she would be fine after about 6 months. They said it will be a little slow process, but she's doing wonderful. It wasn't until the Houstons came into that hospital after Bobby Christina communicated to her father that she did not want none of them near her bed.
The Houstons. Oh Lord, that's Whitney family.
But they came in there and they did something to my niece. There's no way I'm going to let somebody tell me that they didn't. They did. Because then there pops up an impersonating nurse. And then Pat was going in the room by herself all the time. And we didn't know this. She only did it when Bobby went out of town. Yes. So something was done to my niece because she was supposed to come home with us. Bobby Christina was healing. Okay? And Bobby Jr., his case, I'm sorry. My nephew was homeless in California and he called me. And he said, Auntie Lily, I have nowhere to go. I have a friend, a Facebook friend. And this is not somebody that's going to tell a lie for me. So don't think that that's what's going on because I didn't even know her then. I had just made a Facebook post and said, who's in LA and up right now? Please respond to me. And my friend Tawana in LA responded to me.
Mm. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, mm.
And she said, I'm up. I said, please call me. And I asked her if she could take my nephew in because he was in the streets in LA. And I had no idea. And I asked him, what happened, little Bobby? He said that his father's wife, Alicia, did not want him in his father's house. And he said, Auntie Lily, I didn't do anything. Little Bobby is a very respectful young man. He said, I don't know why she doesn't want me in the house, so I can't stay with my father. And I don't know nobody in California. I'm just out here in the street. He said, I lost my job. He was working, struggling, trying to get his music on, paying his own way. But the job that he held down, he got fired on because he had an argument or a fight with somebody that kept picking on him about him being Bobby Brown's son and working a 9 to 5.
Then 50 Cent need to go over there and beat the shit out of Marquise at this point. Mm-hmm. 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 Bobby Brown started working at 9 to 5. You hear what I say? He was struggling. Mm. And Marquise grown ass is over there being ungrateful, about $6,000. Mm, 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 mm. 50, you need to make a song say, I should beat this nigga up, punch him in his face, fuck all up in the club. Yeah, you should make a song called I should fuck this nigga up. For real. You can punch him in the face. I don't know how it's going to go, but that is the first hook that I have to it. For real. Marquise need his ass beat.
That's why little Bobby didn't have a job no more. These people kept bothering him every day of his life.
Watch this. I can show you how to get the sweetest deal.
This, she said these people. What people is that talking about? Hmm. I want to know that now. Oh, wow. Me too, Tiffany.
And then my friend Tawana takes him in. I sent him money. I cashed up him money for food and the things that he needed. I thanked Tawana for keeping him, and she went and picked him up in LA and everything and brought him to her house. It was days after that that little Bobby was found dead in a condo that is in Alicia's name. And he wasn't found dead until my brother Bobby left LA and came to Atlanta, and we were having dinner in a restaurant together. And little Bobby FaceTime his father, and we were all sitting there looking at Bobby. Little Bobby looked so healthy and clean. He didn't look like he had ever did a drug in his life. And the next day he was dead. Oh yes, this is what happened, you all. Come on. So there's foul play with everybody. Every
What did he die from? Did she say he never done it? Hold on.
so healthy and clean. He didn't look like he had ever did a drug in his life. That is in Alicia's name. And he wasn't found dead until my brother Bobby left LA and came to Atlanta, and we were having dinner in a restaurant together. And little Bobby FaceTime his father, and we were all sitting there looking at Bobby. Little Bobby looked so healthy and clean. He didn't look like he had ever did a drug in his life. And the next day he was dead. Oh, yes, this is what happened, you all. Come on.
I don't know, but it said that what the media said was Los Angeles. Bobby Brown Jr., the son of singer Bobby Brown, died from the combination effects of alcohol, cocaine, and the opiate fentanyl. Says an autopsy report released Monday said Brown Jr. was found dead in his Los Angeles home. Mm. He was found unresponsive by his girlfriend. Mm. Hey, Miss Rada die. Now we're gonna hear what she say again.
Little Bobby FaceTimed his father, and we were all sitting there looking at Bobby. Little Bobby looked so healthy and clean. He didn't look like he had ever did a drug in his life. And the next day he was dead. Oh, yes, this is what happened, you all. Come on. So there's foul play with everything.
So, like I was saying in the beginning of this about what the media wants you to believe, okay? This is what they want you to believe that happened, that Whitney was found dead, overdosed inside of a fucking bathtub. Okay. Anyone who was a fan of hers, who liked her music or anything about her, that right there, that should have been one of the most biggest, deadest giveaways ever. The question should have been was who placed her in that tub? Who put her there? That should have been the question.
Everybody, especially Whitney.
Again, just like the Kanika situation, like I say, it's not making sense to me. They got 36 hours of video of this girl walking around this hotel. It perceives that the perception that they give is no one else is in that hallway around her. No one sees this. None of this stuff. This is the perception that they give. No, the perception. Even with this is a movie star. I mean, a singer. Okay? Known all across the world. She's a female Michael Jackson, you might as well say. Know her everywhere. Love her everywhere. There is no type of, pictures of the room that night. You understand? There's none of that. There's not a camera, on that floor. Period. To see who will be going. And hey, that's Whitney Houston. No cameras, no type of pictures or, just pictures of the bathtub and like certain spots of areas of the room. Where it still leave more questions. How did that bottle or whatever, that bottle of shampoo, whatever it was, how did that get inside the tub? That's how they left her until the ambulance came and got her. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. A lot of things, though. Exactly. Exactly. What the way that Pat and them, the way that, whatever, Pat, that bitch, Pat. Okay, whatever. Oh, I get Tourette's when I have to say her name. When that bitch tells them whatever it is that she told them, and like Leola said a little while ago, is that they were removing things out of the room. Pat and Gary was doing that. Mm-hmm. Only Brandy know that shit. But you want to know something? You have to look at it too. Like, well, Ray J was there. Mm, we going that's too far because hold on, that's wait a minute. I'm not that's too far. That I got you, Miss Rada die. Thank you. Oh, she say Brandy. What she right to Brent? But it is Ray J was there though. And they brother and sister.
And Christy. Whitney was definitely, most definitely murdered. Bruises all up and down her legs, her fingernails were chipped, her lip was busted, her face was swollen like somebody was punching her in the face. Her cousin called me. I went to the body viewing. I flew into New York, went to my hotel, and just as I'm getting ready to go to her body viewing, Whitney's cousin called me screaming and crying. She said, Lily, who did this to her? I said, what's going on? She said, I just seen Nippy and her face is all big and popped up and busted up like somebody punched her in the face. Yes, they had Whitney laying in the casket like that. But you could see her then at the body viewing. But the funeral, they had a closed casket on Whitney because she was so messed up.
Wow. Oh.
Okay? So Whitney Houston, no, she was murdered. Her room looked like a tornado hit it. So Whitney was fighting for her life. Why didn't her brother Gary and Pat get in the media and tell that? Why? Why didn't they reveal that to the public that somebody murdered Whitney? I know why.
Mm-mm. Just got a hold of Sakina listening now. She was fighting for her life. Exactly, Miss Ryder died. Exactly. Well, I'm glad that everyone doesn't believe what these people
or a laptop.
try to portray of her as this, heavy drug addict and, all that type of shit. Like, this is no how she lived and this is how she died. No, because that's not true. It's not true at all. It's not how she died.
Okay? So no, Whitney Houston was murdered. Let's get that straight. Bobby Christina was murdered by Pat Houston. Yes. She did not want Chrissy to come out of hospice. First of all, I believe she put Bobby Christina there in hospice. She wanted her to leave that hospital and go directly into hospice because Chrissy was coming home with us. The nurses said that she would be fine. We could take her home and she would be fine. Give it about 6 months. Uh-huh. But then she ends up going into hospice? Somebody did something to my niece. Oh, yeah. And it's easy. It's obvious to figure out what's really going on. Impersonating nurse. Where is she? She better be in jail. She better be in jail. Yes. I wanted to talk to you all and let you all know this because there are no drugs involved with none of their bodies. No.
No drugs involved, only them being beat to death. Mm. And it did it. And that was, that was the dumbest thing that they could have done. Like I say, world's dumbest criminals.
None of them. It might have been found in little Bobby's body, but that was because it was put there. Little Bobby wasn't getting high off of nothing. No. And Bobby Christina, she cried out for somebody to help her. And that boy, Max Lomez, and that girl, Danielle, sat there and let Nick beat her up like that and stomp her and drag her up those steps without even calling 911 or trying to get him off of her. None of them helped her. So they was not her friends. No. They were trying with Bobby Christina. They tried to put her in the bathtub in the Beverly Hilton at first. Then, on top of that, when Chrissy didn't die, when she got home after Whitney was found, they planted a knife in her tire for her to have a car accident. They planted that. I have evidence. Bobby Christina was a good driver, by the way. They forced her into that car to drive it. So she had an accident, lost control, because they stuck a knife in the tire. Oh, yeah. They were trying their best.
And these are some diabolical people. And make it sad, make it even more sad. Yeah, she said that earlier today. It is family. That's to make it even more sad. That is why I don't give a damn who sits on motherfucking YouTube. Call me all kinds of bro. I'd rather be a broke bitch than than dead. Because look what the family would do to you over money, over the Whitney's and what was being passed down to Bobby Christina. Something that her mother felt as though that she deserved once she left this earth. And they didn't want that girl to have nothing. Just like what they come up in nothing. And that's what it is. The envy. It is sad. Well, what is also sad is Sakina is about to get up out of here. Because I'm going to start throwing out what I'm going to make for dinner tonight. And we'll come back a little later because I still have some but what I'm going to do, if people want to, they can always go watch this video for themselves. I say she's a great advocate for them. So there is the oh, I apologize, Miss Lisa. She said, just yeah, because I started thinking about, thank you. I started thinking about certain things with Kanika and, with Whitney. I'm like, well, wait a minute. Whitney was you know, she was an entertainer. You mean to tell me that it's 36 hours of this, but it's, nothing of that? And I went to go search for stuff. So, yeah. Anywho, we out of here. You guys have a blessed day. Make it your best day. Hit that like button, dislike button. Thank you, Miss Lisa, for sharing. And like they always say, like, share, and subscribe. As I always say at the end of every show, God gave me one of the most hardest gifts on this earth, and that is to make people laugh. If I have made one person laugh during the duration of the show, I have done my job. You ladies have a beautiful evening.